Good morning, students. How are you? In the previous class, I have discussed the creative question of chapter 3, that is structure of matter. I think all of you have seen the creative questions and you have written also. So today also I will discuss the creative question of that chapter, that is chemistry chapter 3, and it is structure of matter. Okay, so from this chapter I have written a question. All of you see the board. This is a creative question, and here two stem I have written. One is A, the atomic number is 17, mass number is 35. Here atomic number is 17, mass number is 37. And it is B, atomic number is 29, mass number is 63. I think you have already understood the what is the element. So it is atomic number is 17, so the name of the element is chlorine, and atomic number is 29, that name of the element is copper. So this is the isotope of chlorine, and these are the isotopes of copper. So this is stem 1 and it is stem 2. Now we have to write the question and answer also I will give. First question I have written, what is isotope? So what is isotope, what is radioactive isotope? These are knowledge based question. Knowledge based question of maybe different types I told you in the previous class also. Maybe the Latin name of sodium, it is natrium, Latin name of potassium, kalium, like this. They may be knowledge based question. Okay, then number B, I have written the significance of aluminum 3 plus, atomic number is 13, mass number is 27. We have to write the significance of this symbol. So it may be the formula also. If it is given the formula of H2O, H2SO4, then we have to write the significance accordingly. Then it may be the another types of question. Overall charge of an atom is 0, and Maxwell theory about the Rutherford's atomic model, like this. Okay, then number C, it is a mathematical term. All of you see that two isotopes is given in the stem. We have to, one is 75%, another one is 25%. We have to determine the average relative atomic mass of A. That means it is an element. We have to find out the average relative atomic mass. Then number D, we have to calculate the percentage of two isotopes that is given in the stem number B. That is the two, that are the two isotopes of copper, and these are the two isotopes of chlorine. Here we have to find out the relative atomic mass, and here we have to find out the percentage of two isotopes that are available in nature. Okay. Okay, dear students, I think all of you have written the question. Okay, now let us start the answer one by one. So first question was isotope. Everybody write it. So we have to write what is isotope. So I think everybody know that atoms of the same element, atoms of the same element with equal number of protons, but different number of neutrons and mass are called isotopes of each other. Okay, so I have written atoms of the same element. These are the same element, equal number of protons, but their neutron number and mass number are different. So these are called isotope of one and another. For example, hydrogen, it has hydrogen has 3 isotopes. Protium, it is hydrogen 1 atomic number, mass number also 1. Then deuterium, it is hydrogen atomic number 1, mass number 2. Then tritium, it is also hydrogen atomic number 1, mass number 3. So we have seen in the example, in all cases these are the hydrogen element, and here atomic number is 1, 1, 1. So atomic number, that means proton number, these are equal, but their mass number, it is 1, it is 2, and it is 3. So here neutron number is 0, here neutron number is 1, here neutron number is 2. So these are the isotopes of one another. Okay, student, you must write down that I am writing. Okay, now number B. This is significance of aluminum 3 plus. It is ion and its mass number is 27, atomic number is 13. So we have to write the significance. Okay, number 1. Everybody see that. Number 1. It is the symbol of aluminum ion. Number 2, atomic number of aluminum is 13. Number 3, mass number of aluminum is 27. Then number 4, neutron number is, it is 27 minus 13 equal 14. It is the mass number and it is the proton number. Mass number minus proton number, then it will be the neutron number. Then number 5, electron number. Number is 13 minus 3 equal 10. So we know that the proton number and electron number are same. So here aluminum donates 3 electrons. That for that reason it is 3 plus, and the valency of aluminum is also 3. So here aluminum donates 3 electrons. So for this reason the electron number will be 10. So here it is the atomic number or proton number 13. It is the mass number is 27, and neutron number will get 27 minus 13, it is 14. Then we will get the electron number, it is 13 minus 3, it is 10. So these are the significance of aluminum 3 plus ion. Okay, dear students, now number 3, it is a mathematical number C of the creative question. The mathematical term, we will solve it now. It is given the isotope of 1735. In nature it is 75% and 37 it is 25%. We have to find out the average relative mass of that element of this one. Okay, now, so everybody see what is given. What is given? Let us write it first. Here it is given P equal 35, then Q equal 37, then M equal 75% and N equal 25%. These are given in the question and these I have written from the stem. Okay, now we know average relative atomic mass of element equal P into M plus Q into N divided by 100. This is the formula. Okay, now we will find out. Therefore, average relative atomic mass of chlorine, because we know that atomic number of 17, it is chlorine. So in the stem, the A that is given, this is chlorine. So now we will put the value, then we will get the answer. So P, that means it is 35, multiply M, that means 75, and Q it is 37, and N it is given 25, then divided by 100. Now I think everybody have the calculator. If you use the calculator, by using calculator we can solve it easily. Then we'll get the answer, it is 35.5. So the atomic mass of chlorine, it is 35.5. So according to the question, we have got the atomic mass of chlorine, it is 35.5. All the students, please, you write it down in your classwork copy. Okay, dear students, now number D, everybody see the stem number 2, it is 29 atomic number. So everybody know atomic number 29, it is copper. So here mass number is 63 and here mass number is 65. So these are the isotopes of copper. So first of all, I think everybody know the relative atomic mass of copper is relative atomic mass of copper is 63.5. This we know. Now we have to find out the in nature available percentage of these two isotopes. So there is a formula everybody have seen in the previous math. So let in nature copper 63 is X%. Therefore in nature another one is copper 65 and it is atomic number 29B. It will be 100 minus X%. Okay, now we know average relative atomic mass of copper equal. Okay, now it will be by applying the formula, will here X into 63 plus 100 minus X into 65 then divided by 100, or okay, now see that We know the relative atomic mass of copper, it is 63.5. Now it will be 63x plus, it is 6500 minus 65x divided by 100, or now cross multiply, it will be 635. If we multiply 100 with this, then it will be 6500 minus 2x, or 2x equal 6500 minus 6350, or 2x equal 150. By applying calculator you can do it, or x equals 75. So we have got the available percentage of copper 63. Therefore copper 63, it is available in nature, we have got 75%, and then therefore copper 65, 29 will be 100 minus 75%, that means it will be 25%. Okay, so we have got the answer. Dear students, you see from the beginning again, in the STEM 2, the element that is given, that is copper. So we know the relative atomic mass of copper is 63.5. So isolate in nature, copper 63 is available x%. So rest one will be the 100 minus x%. So there is a formula, relative atomic mass of copper, x into 63 into 100 minus x into 65 divided by 100. Now by calculating, I have got the value of x, that is 75. So that means copper 63.29, it is 75%. And if I minus it from the 100, then rest one will be the copper 29 and 65 mass number. So this is one isotope, it is available in nature 75%. This is another isotope of copper, it is available in nature 25%. So that is our target. We have got the result. Okay, dear students, in the previous class I have given you 2 creative questions of chapter 3, structure of matter. Then today I have given 1 creative question. These creative questions are very important for you. All of you must write the question and answer, and you must submit it to your subject teacher. Okay, thank you everybody.